All right, how we doing? Okay, well, I'm Ben the Carman. I'm an engineer at Spiral, and we've been working on LDK Server for the last few months, so I'm going to tell you guys about it. But first, what is LDK? Well, it's just our generic Lightning dev kit. The goal is we have things like LND and CLN and Eclair. These are all just kind of big package monoliths. And they're not very customizable, so and they're not written in Rust, which is the greatest language. So we had to make LDK. So it's very customizable, where LDK is ran on large servers and also on mobile wallets, even runs in the web. So it kind of supports everything, and it's designed to be very lightweight and fast. LDK kind of came in late into the Lightning scene, so we kind of saw the issues that the other implementations had. So we kind of got ahead of that a little bit. And it's packed with a ton of features. Before we were playing catch up with all the different protocol changes, but we kind of now have caught up and then some. So we just recently released splicing and Bolt 12 stuff. We have all the new stuff like zero fee commitments, leveraging the new Bitcoin Core mempool rules. We have async payments, which I think we're the only ones to implement that so far. And then we have built the whole LSPS standard, so all clients and servers have an entire protocol to build LSPs on top of. We have a few integrators with that, but nothing too big. And we've always been mobile first. If we're going to make LDK and Lightning and Bitcoin take over the world one day, we're all not going to run servers in our basement. It's kind of a big ask. So we've been very mobile first, trying to get this out the door to everyone. And part of that ended up building LDK Node. LDK is a really complex API, and LDK Node simplifies it to make devs easier. Like I said earlier, we have web support, so it kind of just runs everywhere and is as lightweight as possible. And we've gotten a ton of integrators with this. Most notably, Cashu and Square are probably our biggest integrators. They launched, Square launched recently, and Cashu's been in there for a few years now. Then we also have big people like Money DevKit and Lexi, which are just Lexi's a mobile wallet running on SGX, so it's otherwise leveraging the hard stuff of LDK. Money DevKit's a merchant-focused one, and we also have big integrators like Lightspark. We have the Cashu and Fedimint, the eCash side. Zeus just announced their integration this week. We have Albi as well. So we're kind of getting whole ecosystem of all these different people using it. So it's LDK is pretty well trusted at these days. We kind of estimate we have about 25% of the Lightning Network volume running on LDK. It's kind of impossible to know the exact numbers because Lightning's privacy guarantees, but from our estimates, probably somewhere around there, which is pretty awesome. But the problem with it is like I showed earlier, we have all these different integrators, but if someone wants to just use LDK, you have to kind of go use another product that's custom built to their thing, or you have to go build it yourself. So often it was LDK, we're marketing to developers, not to actually users, because if it's someone actually wants to use it, it's go hire a dev or build it yourself. Maybe with AI coding, it's that's easier, but this is Bitcoin, so it's kind of scary to AI to vibe code everything. But maybe in a year from now that won't be true, but for now it is. And there's the other out-of-the-box tools like LND, CLN, Eclair, all of them, and they're all great, but they all have different quirks and limitations. People often complain about performance with them. They don't have all the features that they're missing, either splicing or Bolt 12 or whatever new feature you want. And some of them are only built for end user clients. For Phoenix, a lot of people say is the greatest Lightning wallet they have, but you can't run that on a server really. Or it's only the Eclair is built for the LSP, and then Phoenix is a separate thing. And a lot of them just aren't as customizable as we would like them to be. They kind of pick their defaults and their things, and you're just stuck using that. And the biggest thing that we think is lacking in the space is LSPs, where most of these mobile wallets require an LSP to be able to function, and because of that, you need to go build that LSP. But since this has always been a business venture for these mobile wallets, they always end up closed sourcing that, and at the worst case, it's only even for their wallets, not even other wallets could implement their proprietary LSP. So in that meantime, we've been developing the LSP spec to try to get that out. So this is why we built LDK Server. The idea is to have a high-grade, high-production value LDK node that anyone can run as just a daemon with all these nice features, like specifically the LSP support. So yeah, we're trying to take everything in LDK and put it in the server, so you'll get all the nice bolt 12, splicing, all that fun stuff in there. You get the zero-fee commitments. Everything that's like new in the cutting edge is all going to be baked in and hopefully easily usable to you. We're trying to make it very extensible to anyone. So like I was saying, we have like people like Cashu and Square and Lightspark all using this on the very high-grade production. And we'll be able to offer that kind of experience where you can run 1 billion payments through this. But also LDK is built well for mobile nodes, so you have those same kind of features built into the LDK server too. So you can run your LDK without a full node or anything. It's just a very, very small, lightweight server. And we're trying, just do all the normal stuff. Well, it'll have Docker support, systemd kind of hook-ins, everything to make it easy to do. And we're very focused on privacy as well, getting Tor built in. We have Bolt 12, obviously, so just trying to make it usable for everyone, and then giving it a clean CLI and gRPC, so it's just easiest developer experience possible. And the biggest thing we're trying to do is anyone can be an LSP. That's been like the biggest we've found integration, like rough patch to get to new wallets and new mobile clients is this like, oh, I want to build a wallet, and oh, I got to go find an LSP. An LSP requires, $10 million and stuff like that. Plus, I have to go build it myself. So hopefully, we can kind of get lots of LSPs out there and just really lower that barrier to entry of creating an LSP. And yeah, we have support for just-in-time channels. I think it's called LSPS2. We're working on LSPS5, which allows a lot more dynamic setup. And like I said, we have splicing and stuff integrated now, so those LSPs can be a lot more high-grade and more capital efficient than they were before. And yeah, we're trying to be enterprise ready. We, Cashu and Lightspark, they have full developer teams building this lighting infrastructure with LDK, and not everyone else can match that. So hopefully LDK Server can bridge that gap for people who just want to easy to run high-grade Lightning nodes. So we're doing some things like Postgres support, Docker, Prometheus, so you can really have all these nice metrics and really watch and duplicate all the data and everything you need to do to keep your LDK node always online. And like I said earlier, LDK is built to run anywhere, so it's really lightweight. So you can really build it out correctly where you're not just paying $1 million in server costs. And like I said, all these mobile features are available on the server too. So you can run an extremely lightweight node with no Bitcoin node needed. You can hook it up to mempool.space. We still have rapid gossip sync, so you don't even need to read all the network graph. And you can use it with an LSP, so you can have your Umbrel or whatever running your LDK server, but you don't need to go worry about, oh, where do I open channels to? Where do I do this? Where do I do that? It can all have that same kind of Phoenix experience, but on your server, so you can have a little more online guarantees and everything like that. And we're trying to integrate it into everything. In the day of AI vibe coding, integrations are kind of 3 prompts away at most. So we have a MCP server we'll be delivering with it, and then we have a skill that we're also developing. So basically just going to have your agent or anything do this. It's pretty fun. My coworker was using it and just gave it the whole network graph and was like, where should I open a channel? And it just picks them oh, these are some good channels you'll open. And it'll all just do it automatically instead of having to call CLI commands. It's just English. Just making those integrations and testing easier. And we're trying to get this into a bunch of other applications. I have a PR to ThunderHub to be able to add support. So just traditional existing tools, you can still use them, but with LDK Server. We're trying to get into Polar to make easier testing. Zeus did announce they're integrating LDK Node, and then I'm also working on adding a PR to integrate so you can talk remotely to your LDK server. So we're trying to get all the traditional tools that you use with your existing Lightning node will also work with LDK Server. And yeah, it's ready today, mostly, not totally, but we have a preview ready. It's mostly, the API is pretty much done. We're just hammering out our latest LDK release and then getting it up into LDK node and LDK server so everyone can use it. But we want to get people testing today, find some bugs, find some things we're missing, stuff like that. And really had a few people point out some stuff in testing, so it's been great. But yeah, if you want to find out about it, we have it's all on GitHub. We have some semblance of docs, and then this is all built on top of LDK Node and Rust Lightning/LDK if you want to check it out as well. Yeah, thank you.
Every year, this community comes together to celebrate, to debate, to build what comes next. And every year, the stage gets bigger. Sound money, center stage. So, where do you go to celebrate the next chapter in Bitcoin history? You come home. Nashville, July 2027.